So, yet again, we had another episode where we didn't spin the wheel. But I have a feeling when you've got West Ham and Tottenham in one episode, surely, we're going to have to spin this again today. But, in the parameters that we don't, let's run the intro! That's right, we have West Ham and Tottenham today. West Ham in the Carabao Cup and Tottenham in the Premier League. And this is all our final games before the Winter World Cup. Yay! We all love the World Cup in the winter. It's bloody wonderful. But we actually haven't spun the wheel that much in our recent episodes. We have only lost one game in our last 7 matches. We are on an absolute roll and we're hoping to continue that today. But what is the team that we're going to be taking to West Ham? Right, so here is the team we're going to be taking to West Ham. It is Darlow in goal, Manculio, Botman, Byrne and Target at the back, Shelvey, Joel Linton and Elliot Anderson in that midfield, with Fraser on the right, Almiron on the left and Callum Wilson up top. We've only made a few changes, mainly due to fitness issues and then resting the likes of Alexander Isak and Nick Pope for obvious reasons. They need resting. They have played many games on the bounce now, so it's about time we rested them. We are going cautious. We might even go defensive, to be honest with you. We'll see how it goes because I really don't want to lose this game. And hopefully the likes of St. Maximin, Trippier and Longstaff will be ready for the Tottenham game, but I'm not holding my hopes up. Right, and here we go into the game. Their team, to be honest with you, is very much what you would expect. It's pretty much their first team squad. You can see it right here. Although they do have a couple of surprise names in there, but it's still pretty much the team you would expect to see, as they seem to be getting an early opportunity here. 12 minutes in, Callum Wilson with a good tackle, but it's not put us in a great position as Emerson's coming forward. It's into Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen on that side, into Paqueta, and Paqueta puts it into the back of the net. It's West Ham 1, Newcastle 0 after 12 minutes. I might actually go defensive because, quite frankly, I don't want to lose. So if I stop conceding and maybe score, that would be great. That was poor defending there by all of them, really. Yeah, not great. It's not. Do you know what? I could have imagined better starts, and them getting a highlight in the 15th minute doesn't make me feel much better. Johnson's going forward. Fraser does manage to collect the ball, but there was nearly a muck up at the back there, but they do recover it very nicely. And they've just got to progress it up the field. Shelvey puts it across to Target. It's a lovely little pass to that left-hand side to switch the play. Almiron puts it back into Shelvey, who, do you know what? I don't even know what Shelvey was trying, but it ended up working. Fraser into Callum Wilson and Areola. Areola, the biggest pain in the backside on Football Manager, in history of Football Manager really, decides to be a massive pain in the backside yet again. If Areola is in your team, he doesn't play well, but when you're against Areola, oh, he plays well every bloody time, it feels like. Elliot Anderson's got the ball now. Again, I don't know why we're trying these direct balls. We have slightly shorter passing directness. Let's lower the tempo then, because something is clearly going wrong here, and I don't know what. Shelvey's got the ball. He's booting it over. Why are you being so direct? Not a single part of me is asking them to be direct. I don't know what's going on here, because I would rather us be rubbish at short passing, and then at least I've got an excuse as to what's going on. That's a great save there by Carl Darlow. We're getting saved quite literally by Carl Darlow right now, and I just don't know what's going on. The team just seems to be in panic mode constantly, and I just don't get it. We're going to demand more of this team because, quite frankly, it's just not been good enough. And John Joe Shelvey has an injury, as if we don't have enough injuries. And the worst part is we're picking up all of our injuries in matches currently, and it's proving to be difficult. Is exactly what's going on. It is just proving to be extremely, extremely difficult. It's hard when your team is consistently picking up injuries to get momentum, but what will generate momentum is if we manage to get a goal at the very end of this first half. It's gone over to Benrahma. Mancuso manages to tackle it, and Ryan Fraser, the man of the moment, Ryan Fraser, who has been brilliant in every single episode, it feels like. Ryan Fraser, every single time we have needed this man to step up, he has stepped up and he has scored some amazing goals, and that right there is up there with some of his best goals. Ryan Fraser, take a bloody bow, mate, because that was absolutely brilliant. And what it has done is it has made us go 1-1 at half-time. And do you know what? I'm actually going into half-time reasonably happy. I'm not happy with the defensive work, and quite frankly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap Botman and Dan Burn around. But that is exactly what we want to see. And they have taken off Skamaka for Simon Sawyer. And to be honest, I feel better about that. Skamaka's been their best player all season. So this is where Simon's going to score against me. But fingers crossed he doesn't. And you know, we can actually generate some momentum. But they're coming back at us early on in this first half, but we managed to get the ball. Joel Linton with a lovely interception there. Joel Linton into Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson with the goal, his first goal of the season, because he has been out with an injury all season pretty much. Because he picked one up, I think, in the first match or something stupid, or he might have been even in training. He's been out for months. He's finally come back. He's gotten back into the team. He has struggled since coming back into the team. But that's a lovely assist by Joel Linton and a lovely finish by Callum Wilson. Two people who have been at Newcastle for a while. And to everyone's surprise, including my own, it is Newcastle 2, West Ham 1. And look at that mentality at the bottom. Going defensive this year seems to work. I don't know what's going on, but it really does seem to work. Looking here, I really don't know who to bring on. To be honest, Jacob Murphy is a decent shout to bring on, and I might actually do it. Botman's not having a good game and is quite tired, so we're going to take him off for Shah and switch those two around. We've made 3 substitutions. We've got 2 more to go. I think we take off Ryan Fraser for Richie. I think that's quite an obvious substitution, and we'll bring him on as an inverted winger. And we've got 1 more stoppage, so I think what we'll do is we'll keep that and we'll make those few changes, see how things go, and then we can react to something if it happens, because if we draw, we go to extra time. But time is ticking away, and to be honest, I'm not going to make any substitutions past this point. 3, 2, 1, bang! Newcastle get another victory, this time in the Cup, and we played that bloody brilliantly, might I ask. Yes, it required some brilliance by Ryan Fraser, but the moment we went defensive, we were a lot more solid at the back. We dealt with the injury to John Joe Shelby really well, and we ended up managing to rest a few of our players as well. That is what you call a very decisive victory. I mean, it wasn't decisive, was it? It's a good victory. It's a tactical victory. Every victory is tactical, Connor. It's a victory. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. John Joe Shelby has broken his foot. So we're going to send him to a specialist, but he is out for 3 months now. So although Trippier and St. Maximin are coming back, John Joe Shelby is going to be out for a while. The only benefit is pretty much 2 of those months is the World Cup, because we have 1 more game and then we come back after the World Cup. So it's almost the perfect moment to get a multiple month injury, but John Joe Shelby has already been out with an injury. I swear this season he's already been out with an injury. Yeah, he was out with a torn hamstring at the start of the season. He's just come back and now he's out with a broken foot. He's not having the greatest of times, is he, John Joe Shelby? Poor man. Right, so here we go. We're in the 4th round draw now, the one just before the quarterfinals, and our goal is to get to the quarterfinals, apparently, from the board. So let's see who we get, because so far, I think we've had a tough run of it. Yeah, we've had Bournemouth and West Ham. We've had 2 Premier League teams. So can we not get a Premier League team this time? Let's have a look. Charlton, Newcastle. That's exactly what I like to see. Us with an easy draw, and the only League One team. So the worst team left in the competition, we get in the 4th round. That's a nice reward for getting through both Premier League teams. So yes, this is brilliant. We're going to get into the quarterfinals of the Cup, and we've had the wheel to contend with. This is bloody brilliant. Right, so here's the team we're taking to Tottenham. It is Pope, Mancuso, Shah, Botman and Lewis at the back. Bruno Guimaraes, Willock and Joel Linton in that midfield, with Fraser on the right, Amon on the left, and Alexander Isak up top. Now, as you can see, there are a few fitness issues, but there are also a few injury issues. So we're kind of balancing that out. So Bruno Guimaraes will end up coming off for Sean Longstaff at some point. Saint-Maximin will end up coming on for Ryan Fraser, and Trippier will end up coming on for Mancuso. It's the only way we can ease players in without causing further problems. With saying that, they do go on the international break next, so I could end up taking the risks, but I'm not going to, because I treasure these players a bit too much, to be honest with you. Right, so here we are at White Hart Lane, facing off against Tottenham. You see the likes of Harry Kane, Richarlison and Kulusevski. There's no Son in this squad today, but they do have this real horrible packed back line, and I hate that, because that is really difficult to break. Like, really difficult to break, especially against the AI. I feel like when it's you playing it, it's quite easy to break, but when it's the AI, it's difficult. As Harry Kane's running forwards, he's pretty much one-on-one. Pope manages to make the save, though. I think that was brilliant defending by Shah there to cover that run and make it so Kane didn't end up fully one-on-one with Nick Pope. Otherwise, I would have guaranteed that we would have conceded there. But they are building it up nicely. They are on this right-hand side now with Doherty. Doherty's going to try and play it in. He doesn't. Basuma does, though. And Richarlison doesn't manage to put it in the back of the net. And I am hating the frequency of these highlights. Joel Linton with a pass that, quite frankly, is really peeing me off. I hate it when they're trying to switch play. Kane's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he scores. It's almost as if you give Kane one-on-one opportunities with the goalkeeper, he'll score. Well done, Joel Linton, for making that massive error of just booting it up the field. It's a lovely pass, but Shah, he needs to do better there. He lost his man, and once he'd gone in for the slide tackle and committed, it was pretty much game over past that point. That brings us to half-time, where, to be honest with you, they've been awful. They have been awful. Right, we are going to make a few changes. Mancuso off for Trippier. Ryan Fraser off for Saint-Maximin, because why the hell not? And he'll still play down that right-hand side. Bruno Guimaraes, he can probably play a bit longer, so we're going to leave it as that. But yeah, we're going to maybe Matthew Target onto the pitch, but it won't make too much of a difference. What we will do, though, is we'll stop wasting time a little bit and maybe go a bit more counter-attacking, just because it's whatever we're doing isn't really working, so we need to do something. We need to get shots on the ball, because we had no shots in that first half. So we need to do something a little bit better than what we were doing, as time is ticking away and nothing is happening. Literally, the game is just ticking away. Although, on the match momentum, apparently we're doing quite well, which probably means if Saint-Maximin is injured again, I will cry. Alexander Isak! That was brilliant! Holy Mary, Mother of God, we're back into this game. I don't really know what's going on here, but Saint-Maximin was caught by Richarlison, and he's just down and out for the count. Then Richarlison tried to play a pass. Joel Linton then got the header. Alexander Isak with a two-touch finish, and it's beautiful. We are 1-1 with Tottenham, and we are back into this game. Saint-Maximin is not in a good way, but hopefully that's all just a precaution, as Saint-Maximin again is getting dispossessed on this right-hand side, this time by Oliver Skip, and I don't think this one's going to benefit us. Richarlison's got it, and it's over the bar, and we're giving Richarlison too many chances here. What we will do, actually, is we will just switch these two around. So It's the only way I can think of doing anything is switching these two around and going more into the field. It's the only thing I can think of doing. When it comes to the rest of this team, though, a lot of them are knackered. Bruno Guimaraes is going to come off for Sean Longstaff. It's something that has to happen, so we're going to do it. As for the rest of the team, though, I don't know. As I often say, I haven't got a clue. They are so tired. We are just going to drop Joel Linton a little bit further back and play Elliot Anderson a bit further forward. That's what we're going to do, because that's all we really can do. The time is massively ticking away here. I don't want a late goal. I would be happy with a draw against Tottenham. I'm not going to lie. I'll be really happy with a draw against Tottenham. And we get a draw against Tottenham Hotspur. We don't have to spin the wheel again. Yet again. We're still unbeaten. We've managed to nick a draw at the very depth of it. I am bloody proud of these boys, because no one expected us to win. That's Tottenham Hotspur at home. Tottenham are at home. Tottenham are 6th in the league. We're now 9th in the league with an equal goal difference after 16 games, after everyone's played 16 games. Going into the winter break, going into the Winter World Cup, we are 3 points away from 5th. Like, 3 points obviously away from 13th. I get that. But we are on the up currently, and if we carry on the up, it won't be long before we're looking at these European places, whether that be Europa League or maybe even the Champions League. And to do that with the wheel punishing us at every opportunity, that is bloody brilliant from us. I am chuffed to bits with that. What a result! I mean, we've got Charlton next. Bloody Charlton. We'll easily get past Charlton, so we won't be spinning the wheel again. Oh, this is brilliant. 5 unbeaten, 2 draws against Arsenal and Chelsea, win against Bournemouth, win against Nottingham Forest, draw against Tottenham. Nobody, when they saw those 5 fixtures come up, thought that was going to happen, let alone me. I thought we were going to have to contend with the wheel. Instead, we have 1 loss in 9 matches, with only 3 draws in there as well. It's brilliant stuff from us, and it was only really a fluky loss against Brentford. And that's coming after these big demolitions from West Ham, Man City, Leicester that happened to us. We're in a great way. Next episode, we have Charlton and Manchester United. So we're going to be tested yet again against one of the big sides, because this game loves to test us in every single episode at this point. We should get the win against Charlton, but then we have to contend with Manchester United, the mighty Manchester United. But that's all in the next episode. Thank you guys for joining me for this one. Make sure to hit that like button if you are still enjoying the series, despite the wheel continuing not to be spun. Defensive football this year is bloody brilliant. Do comment down below your thoughts to what the hell has gone on and how you think I have done before this Winter World Cup. It could all go Pete Tong and I could get a lot of injuries, but let's hope I don't. And if you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this and check out all my other stuff on the channel, and I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! I feel like we've nicked both results there. I know I've won and drawn, but I felt like I nicked both of them.